What's going on, YouTube? What's going on, Kings fans? It's your boy, Jay Woods, back with another episode of Kings Morning After. Cup of Joe with Jay.
Ah! I love it.
That's good. Although I must admit to you guys that it is not morning anymore. It is midday. And I didn't give you a show last couple morning after Kings games. Lakers and Houston are who they played last. But I'm back. I'm here. I'm going to talk about those games, mostly the Houston game. So as always, go ahead and click that like button. Please subscribe. I'm really just a Kings fan with a bunch of Kings takes and a YouTube channel. But hey, I have good takes. I'm going to keep it entertaining. And, you know, I might say some stuff that you don't hear on the radio or on the TV or on the news. So tune in, listen in. I got a few things I want to say about that, the Houston game mostly. Pull up a little information here real quick. I guess I probably should have did this before I started, right? Always so prepared. So currently at the moment, the Kings are 2-3. The Rockets are also 2-3. Okay, so apparently if you Google Kings games or Sacramento Kings and click on the games part, they actually show games from last year even still. It goes back pretty far. And I accidentally went back really far. So anyway, I'm back. All right. So after a good win against the Lakers, 132-127, the Kings in a nail-biting loss lost to the Warriors without De'Aaron Fox, mind you, 102-101 in San Francisco. And then 3 days later came home. No, they didn't come home. They played in Houston. They played the Houston Rockets, and they lost 107-89. So that score sounds, that sounds like a big loss. The Kings were, the game was kind of back and forth. The Kings never really had much of a lead throughout the game, but they did catch up a few times. And I want to say the Kings caught up one time and went up, I want to say by one, and had the opportunity to go up by like 3 or 4 or something like that. If someone would have hit a shot, I want to say it was Barnes, but I can't remember. I'm actually watching the game right now, but I'll probably see that shot after I record this. But in the end, it just seemed like the Kings just didn't have enough gas, didn't have enough scorers, didn't have enough shooters to overtake the Rockets' lead in the very end. Dillon Brooks just proved to be too much for the Kings. Dillon Brooks is out there earning his new contract. He's earning his salary. One of the reasons I believe Memphis let Dillon Brooks go or let him sign with another team was because he might have been asking for more than what they thought he was worth. But he's proving what his worth is. He had a really good outing in the summer when in the Olympics when he scored 39 points in one of the Olympic games. So, Dillon Brooks is not just a defensive disturbance guy. He's proven that he has offense. He can get to the basket and he can shoot. His shot may look unorthodox, might not be the prettiest shot, but he has a decent shot. He hits threes and he has decent mid-range game and he gets to the basket. I think he's kind of surprising people with some of his offensive skills. During the Houston game, you could really tell that the Kings really needed De'Aaron Fox's ability to get to the basket and get fouled. There was nobody really getting to the basket. Davion Mitchel, he was bringing the ball down the court, but his offensive game it's just not there. It's not clicking. he drove to the basket one time, looked really good, and I thought he would be more of a slasher to the basket guy. I mean, I know he's kind of short, but he has the ability to get to the basket and make shots. So I thought we would see more of that. It looks like he's improved his 3-point shot. You know, he's hitting threes. I thought he'd be taking a few more shots. Just I don't know, just Donovan Mitchell. I just think he needs to step up his offensive game a little bit. One thing I did notice is Domantas Sabonis did come out aggressive. He was coming downhill, driving to the basket and getting the ball in the post. It seemed like he kind of slacked off towards the end of the game. We need him doing that all throughout the game. You know, go to the basket, get fouled, post moves at the basket. We need that, especially at the end of the games when it's time to close out games or to catch up, and we need to execute at the end of games. His back to the basket game is really, really good, really consistent. In the end, the Kings just they didn't seem at the end of the game, they just didn't seem active enough. They just didn't seem like they had enough offense. Their shooters were missing. Huerter, KEEGAN Murray, Barnes, just missing a lot of shots. And just not getting it done. You know, we need a little more offense from these guys. And I just remember watching the fourth quarter, and the Kings they just seemed like a second tier team. They didn't seem like even like a playoff team. They without Fox, they just didn't seem to have it. And I was like, I don't know if these guys are drained or if they gave up or what, but you know, it was really weird to watch with them with their heads down the way they were in the fourth quarter. Houston Rockets looked athletic, they looked young, they looked quick, they looked hungry. And I think the Kings need to kind of go back to that. Last year they were hungry. They played differently last year. You know, they were the scrappy team, the scrappy offense that was out there trying to prove themselves. They looked athletic and quick. This year they seem a little more stagnant in their offense. So we need guys cutting, we need guys moving. You know, I know there's an emphasis on Keegan Murray's offense and shooting more threes. You know, it's just not working right now. I don't know if he's nervous or if it's just not his game. You know, they might be pushing him a little too hard. Maybe this is his second year, so they see the ability in him and think he could be a good offensive scorer. Just hasn't really come to fruition yet. Keegan Murray during the past two games, the Warriors and the Houston game, has only shot 1 of 15 from 3-point land. And I don't know if it's because his 3-point shots are coming differently now. Last year, it seemed like he was getting a lot of set shots. You know, nobody was keying in on him. He was able to sit in the corners and just kind of catch and shoot. This year, it seems like he has the ball more in his hands, more jump shooting. It seems like Mike Brown is requesting a little bit more out of him offensively, and he's pushing to make offense, which is good. But I mean, if he's not executing, you know, it's like, you know, can't keep shooting threes over and over if you're not making them. I've seen him go to the basket a couple times. It's a great wrinkle to his game. He needs to keep working on that. But you know, if you're missing layups, you know, you're just wasting energy pretty much. And then Kevin Huerter is in a bad slump. And his defense, he was doing okay and he was trying, but man, people were just shooting all over him and rebounding on him. And Kevin Huerter needs to snap out of his slump. I mean, I know I'm not saying anything people don't already know, but for the Kings to get some wins under their belt, Kevin Huerter is going to have to turn back into Kevin Huerter. He's going to have to make shots. Keegan Murray is going to have to turn back into Keegan Murray. We need him making shots. There's a great emphasis on defense, which this team really needs, and they need to work on it even more because some of the defense at the end of the games have been lacking, even against Houston. So just keep working on defense. Keep shooting in practice. Obviously, I mean, that's all you can really do to get a better shot is shoot, right? Practice your shooting. So practice shooting in game situations, scrimmage. I don't know what it is, guys, but we got a couple guys in some bad slumps, and we need De'Aaron Fox back. And Harrison Barnes, this is to you. Why do you come into the season scoring like 30 points? Seems like every year. And then when De'Aaron Fox is not in the game and we need somebody to score, it's like you're barely shooting, you're barely taking the ball down low. I mean, you're the vet on this team. You know, you got a championship. You're supposed to show us what to do at the end of the games. You know, we need you to step up a little bit more, Harrison Barnes. We know your abilities. We know what you can do. We need you to get out there and do it. So that's my message to Harrison Barnes. Other than that, that's pretty much all I got, guys. Kings play again tonight. They play Houston again tonight, so they get to redeem themselves. Still no De'Aaron Fox tonight. Still no De'Aaron Fox tonight, so the Kings are going to have to make it happen with who they have. Last year, they had some injuries, but were able to play through them. This year, we have injuries early. So now, you know, we don't want people to continue this narrative of the Kings were only good last year because they didn't have very many injuries and all the other teams were injured. You know, we need to show that we need our second and third guys to show that they can win games even if De'Aaron Fox is not in the game or not on the court, especially against teams that we believe we're better than. And I think the Kings believe they are better than Houston Rockets. And I know they believe they're a playoff team and maybe even an upper echelon playoff team, whereas Houston is either a lower echelon playoff team, play-in team, probably around that area, you know, maybe even not a playoff team. So we'll have to see how they do. Dillon Brooks is going to add a lot of offense for them, and he's going to help them win some games. So Houston's going to be much improved this year. They're hungry and they're go-getters. So it's just another team in the West that we have to look out for. These are teams that we need to beat and show that we can play against. Because when it comes down to playoff time, we want good seeding and we want these teams to know we can play against them. But anyway, that's all I have, guys. Sorry you guys missed me on the Warriors one. I was a little busy, so I couldn't really get a chat in. But please like the channel. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. I'm new. I'm trying to get better. We're gonna do some more entertaining stuff, and we're gonna do some live game chats too. So we're building all that up. We need more subscribers to be able to go live and do things like that. So go ahead and click that subscribe button if you're a Kings fan, if you like talking Sacramento Kings, and comment below. Make a comment below. Let me know how you feel about the Kings situation right now and the way they're playing without De'Aaron Fox. Make a comment. Why not? It helps me. It helps the channel. So anyway, that's enough for me. You guys enjoy the game tonight. Kings versus Houston Rockets. I believe we're playing at home, but don't quote me there. I'll do a morning after tomorrow, let you know how the game went. Anyway, I'm out, guys. Take care.
Regardless.